Welcome children to Gyan Niketan online classes. Here myself Mr. Sambhu to teach you class 10th subject geography. Children, while you watch this video, you will be benefited by that. So kindly subscribe it and like it. Don't forget to do all these things. In the previous class, I discussed about resources, types of resources. Today, I propose to discuss about development of resources. What is development? Development is a process by which we transform. Development, it is a process by which we transform raw materials into finished goods. Raw materials into finished goods. Finished goods. Here, during the course of transformation and development of resources, what has happened? That human being has been able to utilize almost every corner of natural substances. So, due to utility of the resources, there has emerged number of problems. First, depletion of huge amount of resources. That depletion has caused number of environmental consequences like greenhouse effect, global warming, rise in sea level, global disorder in disease pattern, the mutation habit of virus which has led to the present corona crisis are outcome of our greedy method of natural resources. Second, due to greed of human being, there has been wide socio-economic disparity. That is, the society has divided into two parts, that is between the haves and have-nots. And third, that due to huge amount of depletion of resource and wide socio-economic gap, there is a massive loss of biodiversity throughout the globe. So, our development, which was out of the scientific development, today is on the verge of ruining whole human civilization. For this, our great father of nation, Gandhi, had apprised us way back 100 years when he was categorical in saying that for resource development we have plenty for everybody's need, but very little for single one's greed. This was not taken seriously by common people. In 1972, when Club of Rome, an NGO which was started in 1968, when it started first Earth Summit in Stockholm, after that Schumacher was first to identify Gandhian philosophy, and for which he wrote a book, A Small is Beautiful. Based on that and Gandhian philosophy, a Brundtland Commission, which was in the honor of Norwegian Prime Minister Mr. Brundtland, Remo Brundtland, a commission was formed which culminated into a book in the year 1986 known as Our Common Future. There, a term was coined known as sustainable development. Sustainable development. This sustainable development says that a development which takes into account the present development without compromising the future. Our present development will necessitate future development if and only if we conserve each and every section of our environment. If we ignore environmental conservation, if we ignore massive depletion, if we ignore the greed of the people, if we ignore loss of biodiversity, our human beings future is limited to few days, to few minutes, to few seconds. Hence, this is that we should desperately think to conserve natural resources. Our sustainable development, that is a development of future, is only dependent upon our massive goal of conservation of natural resources. So, this way, our development of any resource depends. Development of resource is outcome of the long process of technological development. Present society is technological society is the outcome of the gradual process of transformation from industrial society to technical society to technological society. And the arrival of technological society has led to a great onslaught on our resources. Hence, there is a great need for us for resource development. Resource development and planning. And planning means what? If we do development with planned effort, means what? What is planning? Planning is widely accepted sustainable strategy. Again, planning is a strategy which includes rational, judicious and sustainable approach to develop a resource. Here, resource planning is very important for a country like India. Again, resource planning is very important for a country like India because it has a number of points to justify. First, India is a very large country. 3.28 million square kilometer, has plenty of number of landscape endowed with number of resources. Secondly, it is second largest populous country. So, those regions where there are plenty of resources and those regions which are deprived of resources. So, planning of resources should be such that there should be equable distribution amongst its citizens. Second, in India there are number of regions like hill area, tribal area, desert area, drought prone area, etc. Those areas have plenty of hidden resources. Those resources should be planned in such a way that the planning development should filter to each and every individual to reduce socio-economic gap. And next, that planning should be done in such a way that our sustainable development is assured. Our humanity is under assured. Then, planning of resources require three things. First, identification of industry, inventory. Second, to develop device technology. And third, to comply. That is, our resource development plan should match with the national plan. Why? Because India is a country, democratic country which has preamble. Its constitution has preamble. Preamble says India is a secular, socialist, democratic republic. Socialist term is there that here nobody will hoard resource, nobody will accumulate resource. Resources should filter to every citizen. Hence, our aim of resource planning should match with that of the next planning. In next class, I'll elaborate this resource planning strategy. Thank you.